Today's show is brought to you by Manscaped. The leaders in below the waistline grooming. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And when you talk about it being a little fall ball action, you want to make sure that your balls during the fall time of year are not too scary, because we know it's spooky season as well. And the best way to do that is by using the Lawnmower 4.0 and all of the awesome products that Manscaped has out right now, whether you're talking the Ball Reviver, the Crop Refresher. Of course, you got the 2-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all that other good stuff. But more importantly, it comes with a promo code. That promo code is MOST. If you use that, you get 20% off along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So make sure you check them out. Use that promo code. And trust me when I tell you, your dangly twins and all of the friends will enjoy them. So shout out to Manscaped.
Gorilla mode. That one nearly brought a tear to my eyes. Pierre, the backups were battling hard when no one gave them a chance.
In fact, they were.
Been a rough start to the season, but happy for everyone who played to get a win. Hashtag a Tomlin game.
Ooh, all right.
Listen, if you're going to shit on Tomlin for last week's performance,
about it.
Someone deserves some credit for this one, right?
About it. Somebody.
God damn.
Somebody, right?
God damn.
Yeah. It's plenty of praise to go around. Plenty.
Yeah, really everywhere. Really everywhere.
What? You want to start diving?
I don't care. I mean, everything. Offensive line.
Yeah,
I want to start with the offensive line.
Thank you. Let's do it, man.
I don't know if they're getting talked about enough in a positive light, because everyone's trying to rip on my boy Dotson. I saw some of the penalties. He actually played good.
Time out, bro. Like, I haven't been on social since I was making my posts and stuff, but I wasn't like on it. Were they really giving him death threats? Because I thought I saw people saying that too.
I did see that tweet, but
and I was just like, yo, is that for real? Like, that's a little OD, man. Like, I get, why you be pissed off about, Kenny getting hurt and everything like that. But I'm like, yo, you got to draw that line somewhere, man.
Right. Obviously, Dotson is not trying to get Kenny hurt.
Not at all.
But this was the first time in probably 2017, 2018, where there were 3 or 4 plays where I legitimately sat back and said, wow, look at the time the quarterback has. And that was the offensive line. I have to give them credit as a unit.
Yeah.
So that's my first little shout out that I'm giving here. But, I mean, across the board, defense, you could literally probably name everyone on defense. Yeah. They did something. It was a whole just team effort on the defensive end. Miles Jack, Devin Bush, Terrell Edmonds was unreal. Corners, Josh Jackson.
Talk about it.
Pierre Island, Arthur Mollett, Trey Norwood.
Let's go.
The front seven, you got Malik Reed, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, Wormley, Ogunjobi. It was literally everyone on the damn defense stepped up.
Let's go.
Robert Spillane.
Let's go. Can we talk?
I don't know if I'm missing anyone.
It's a certain five.
I didn't say Devin Bush. Devin Bush and Miles Jack.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Get them boys some love, man.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then on the offense, same thing. I think Kenny started off the game solid.
Thank you.
But obviously we saw what Mitch did in that second half. Those clutch third down conversions. Him running for the first downs.
Getting busy, okay.
Claypool catching everything. Deontay catching everything. Pickens is Pickens. Even though he didn't have a crazy stat line game, he made the catches when it mattered.
Yes.
Zach Gentry, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren a little bit in there, Connor Hayward.
Man,
and then the offensive line, as I mentioned at the beginning. Special teams.
Let's go.
Chris Boswell making the field goals.
Come on.
Steven Sims.
Come on.
Come on, bro.
What's up?
Don't get caught like that.
What's up?
Come on, dude.
What's up? Nah, you're right. I need to see who the guy was that caught him. I was like, I don't know what his 40 is, because he was rolling too. He ate up some grass.
It's literally across the board. And then going to coaching. Mike Tomlin. Doing exactly what we talked about. I'm not going to lie. I think they watched the podcast, because some of those schemes and just how they were playing that game was exactly it. Get off to a hard start with the offense. Let Kenny sling it out a little bit. Sustain some drives, and then defense be bend but don't break. And that's exactly what they did.
I'm just saying, man. Maybe they tuned in. Maybe they tuned in. But no, man, I agree with everything you just said right there. To give a little more context from my end, all those players you named 100%. I love how we started. Kenny obviously coming out, getting us the first opening drive touchdown that we've had since, dating back to last season, if I remember correctly. I also enjoyed the play calling. We obviously talk about Matt Canada. He's come under fire multiple times this season, and rightfully so. But I thought that he early on was calling a good game, aggressive. We saw how that first drive, man, we moved up and down the field, man, hit Pickens a couple times, hit Claypool, Deontay, and then the call understanding, hey, man, they might bring a little bit of pressure right here in this goal line situation. Let's fast release the running back. You get Devin White in a bind, of trying to avoid a guy, and before you know it, Najee is free into the flat. Touchdown. Like, it was beautiful. I thought that first quarter was a really good job by the offense as a whole, all the players you named, and by Matt Canada keeping the Bucs on their toes. We were able to move the ball consistently. Second quarter, obviously, we had a little bit of a lull, but I still was impressed with how we responded in this manner. First quarter, fourth quarter. Big quarters for me, man, in terms of this offense, in terms of Matt Canada, in terms of why I feel even more optimistic about all of them going forward. When we talk about that first quarter, that's the scripted portion of the game, right, for Matt Canada. This should be his bread and butter. This should be his, hey, I've scouted you. I've watched tape on this other team. This is going to be our best. And we looked the part early on. Man, the way we were moving that ball early on, I was like, okay, we can do this. We can score enough to give our defense a break, to let them not be on the field for the whole game. And when you look at time of possession, it reflected that, right? We were able to keep that thing going. But then you get the second quarter where, like I said, man, especially getting close to the 2 minute, to the end of the half, we kind of stalled out a little bit. But I looked at that as Tampa making adjustments, and that's what you're supposed to do. Whoever has that first quarter successful, whether you're offense or defense, second quarter is when the opponent makes their adjustment. And I thought Tampa did a good job of that. Now, third quarter hits, and we're supposed to see what new adjustments Matt Canada could potentially make, but we get Kenny hurt, right? So third quarter is kind of a loss still. We talk about the pass from Mitch. It's like, oh, man, this is not about to be good. But once again, Matt Canada makes an adjustment. He figures out, okay, this is what we need to call. Mitch understands, okay, this is what I need to do. And now you look at that fourth quarter and how that went back to getting big-time plays. The two drives back-to-back where we score with Claypool and then the 4-minute offense, man, the play calling was dope, but also the execution was awesome, man. When you're talking about Mitch putting that ball where it needed to be.
He was fearless.
And these receivers coming down with it. How many times up until yesterday have we been criticizing Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson? Even when we praise George Pickens, those two guys get the negative of it because of how they weren't making the same type of plays. But you watch both of those dudes yesterday, man, they came down with big time catch after big time catch. And obviously we know what Chase was able to do at the end of that thing to really take it to the next level, man. I thought that was one of his best games as a wide receiver, purely wide receiver, that we've seen him have here, man.